Steve, Belgium, number ranked one side in the world, have been for the past few years. It's not exactly the same squad that we were hoping maybe we would get. Still plenty of names in there, but does that pose some difficulties in that there's some players that you wouldn't know too much about?
No, we know all of their players, and I think they've got a formidable squad. Okay, they're missing Lukaku, but they have Origi, who scored in the Champions League final. They've Benteke, who's gone for 40 million, and that's why who's playing at a very high level as well. And only one of those can play, so they've so many options right throughout the team. Tillemans obviously is skipping the team. He's one of the most sought after midfielders in Europe. So they have a formidable team, and they'll be very strong.
With the type of game they play, and obviously we're trying to play this expressive football as well, and positive football, which is going to be a really interesting matchup. What sort of games do you expect from both teams?
Well, Belgium are world number one for a reason, that every single game they've turned up in, whether it be Nations League, World Cup qualifiers or friendly games, they've been very consistent and they've won all their games. So it's a big test for us. I think we've been on a good run recent times. We played two of the top teams, Portugal and Serbia, two of the top teams in Europe, and we've gone toe to toe with them over 4 games, 2 draws here, and 2 epic games in away, 3-2 and 2-1 late, Ronaldo winner of course. And so the players have got confidence from scoring goals recently, found their shooting boots, obviously scoring goals against 3-0 away to Azerbaijan, 3-0 away to Luxembourg, 4-0 here to Qatar. So you can see scored 20 goals in that period, and you can see a lot of players getting their first goals for Ireland, and that can only give them confidence going into this game. So it's a big test for us.
Big test. It's a good barometer as well to see where we are now after a little bit of a break.
I don't know about that, but I think it's a great game for us. I think it's a great game. It's great to have this stadium in the centenary, 100 years celebrating Irish football, all strands of Irish football, full house, world number one team. It's a great night to be involved in football, and we're very proud.
Listen, one person we'll know who's gone over to the Belgium side, Anthony Barry, who's been replaced by John Eustace. Has John come in, and have you got him to do pretty much the same sort of role? As he's fitted in quite well?
Yeah, John's come in, and as I said, myself and Keith Andrews has been my assistant since I was under 21 manager, for a few years now, and myself and Keith work extremely close together. Stephen Rice works here as well, Dean Kiley. So John will fit into the team the way Anthony fitted into the team, into the coaching team, and that's it really.
We talked about Belgium's depth, but we're beginning to get a bit of a depth of our own. We've seen new players come in. You've brought in Conor Ronan, the likes of Jimmy Dunn and Mark Sykes. Are you looking to try and maybe give them some opportunities? Will Keane as well. You're talking about up front scoring and different options going into the Nations League. Yeah,
Will Keane has you mentioned there, has had an excellent season for Wigan and scored 20 goals, and he's not always been the main striker. So he looks like he's quite talented. Obviously he's had an injury-plagued career, and he's having it shows you what you can get. The number of games he's played, how it can bring it on as a player, and he looks like he's someone who could add to us.
And listen, finally, we talked about the last year and the momentum that was created, the good positive vibe, the good results. How important is that to keep that going as we head into the Nations League?
Well, we want to keep it going, and we want to try and keep the level of performance up in recent performances over the 2 games, and that's the ambition, and that's what we want to try and do.